Good morning, guys. I know it's been a while, probably 4 days since I made my last video with the spaghetti dinner and all. Just got too busy. Not an excuse. But anyways, I hope that you guys continued to read and stay on that path. And I just want to, again, congratulate you guys for doing an awesome job at the spaghetti dinner. We had a great turnout. Everybody has had positive things to say about their servers and just everything else. And so, great job on that. And guys, we get to go to Winterfest now. That's the next big thing. So, looking forward to that. Uh, However, let's not forget that between now and then, there's still life to be lived here. And so, it's great to look forward to things, but at the same time, we need to live day by day. And yeah. Today's reading is, let me look on my calendar, is Genesis 46 through Genesis 47 and Matthew 14:27 through 15:11. And today I'm going to focus more in Genesis. We're still in the story of Joseph. We've spent probably 4 or 5 chapters, maybe even more, in actually, okay, I see 8 chapters at least that we've spent in Joseph's life. And we're coming to the end, not of his life, but of Jacob's life in our reading today. And I love seeing God work through Joseph's story. And I know we know that in the end, God works through that, but you have to just think that Joseph had to have a lot of faith in order to believe that. Everything was going wrong, everything was going bad for him. Yet God worked through his story. And then, if you want to look in chapter 45, verse 8, Joseph is talking to his brothers, and he says, I don't blame you for selling me, because it wasn't you that sent me here to Egypt, but instead it was God. And Joseph sees God's plan, knows that God is working for him, and completely forgives his brothers for the wrong that they did because he saw that it was working for the greater good. And he says, so then it was not you who sent me here, but God. And guys, when we start seeing God work in our lives, or when we start seeing God work in the lives of other people, they could be going through a hard time. They could be going through something that we wouldn't wish upon our worst enemy. But when we can say, hey, see God, see God, it's like you have a little kid, and every time an airplane goes by, what do? Look, an airplane. And then another one goes by, look, an airplane. And eventually, this young kid is going to see an airplane, and he's going to go, plane, plane. And then before you know it, he's going to be the one saying, look, an airplane, to his younger child. And it's the same thing here. When we see God working in people's lives and we point it out, see God, then eventually they get to the point where they are going through something and they say, look, God, I see God. And I just love what God does through Joseph. Because do you guys realize the magnitude of Joseph's life and how it plays out into the rest of Israelite history? Because when you look, if Joseph had not been made basically king of Egypt, only second to Pharaoh, if he had not been made that, then his family probably would not have survived the famine, and they would have died out of starvation. But because Joseph was second in command, then he was able to save his family, and then through that, you have the line of Judah and everything else. But what would have happened if Christ's line would have ended with Joseph? What if Joseph would have been sold into slavery and then killed as a slave? Then Jacob's family wouldn't have been saved. There would be no Judah. There would be no David. There would be no Christ. There would be no you. God is always working for the, let me rephrase it. God is always working for the greater good. Everything he does has a purpose to bring more people into God's kingdom. All right, and that's how he uses Joseph. He brings in Jacob. Okay, and he uses that to spread God's kingdom. And now they are residing in Egypt. And I think at the end of it, it says there's 70. There's 70 in all that go to reside in the land of Goshen. But as we know, they grow and grow and grow. And then Pharaoh's got to kick them out. Well, he doesn't kick them out, but he's got to enslave them. And then you have Moses. Everything God does is trying to bring more people into his presence, into his kingdom. And later on, we're even going to see that in Matthew, Mark, Luke, John, and Paul's epistles with the Jews and the Gentiles. He gives the Jews hard heart. Why? So that the Gentiles may be brought into God's kingdom. I'm going to answer the phone because I don't think anybody else is here. Sorry about that. So the question is, how is God using you to bring more into his kingdom? How is God using our youth group? How is God using our church into bringing more people into his presence, more people into his light? Because that's all God is about. That's if I could say one sentence of what he is about, it's bringing more people into this loving, precious, gracious relationship that only he can offer. And any way that he can do that, he is going to. So anyways, I just want you guys to think about that. And just a little note on Matthew. As you guys read, I hope you're getting a fuller picture of what the kingdom of heaven is like, because in the past few days we've read some sections of the kingdom of heaven is like this. The kingdom of heaven is like a fine pearl. The kingdom of heaven is like a mustard seed. The kingdom of heaven is like this and like that. What picture are we constructing of the kingdom of heaven as we read Matthew? Is it one that we just think it should be like, and that's how we view it? Or is it one that we are getting from Matthew, and as he says it, that's how it is? So anyways, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. Be blessed, be holy, and I will see you guys on Wednesday or tomorrow. Well, you guys will see me tomorrow, but I won't see you. So anyways, God bless.